Okay, we done an hour healing, all three modalities: quantum healing, ancestral healing, and soul healing, regeneration. Angela, would you like to share what you experience in this healing, please?
That was completely different from the other two.
Yes, you can share how is this different from all the healings you had, because you already had few, so it is up to you how is better for you.
Well, the other two were really relaxing, although there was things that came up in it. It was really relaxing, peaceful. That was really uncomfortable. I was agitated, I was angry, I was frustrated, couldn't settle. I couldn't settle at first, and then Buddha came in to help, and I did sort of feel a lot calmer, and then it just went off. I was so angry. I literally wanted to go and smash something up. I literally was that sort of frustrated with me, with the world. It was like, I couldn't really tell where it was coming from. So I was finding it really difficult to focus, which was so unlike the other two, where I saw lots of visuals and just it felt really good. I had so much pain and discomfort in my head, pressure in my head, up through my neck, around here. I couldn't breathe. I was really struggling to breathe. I kept having to yawn to try and release. There was a moment towards the end where I felt actually peaceful again. But it was right at the end. But literally the whole way through, I was really struggling. I was really kept in my body and present because of just trying to process and trying not to hold on to it and trying to let it go and release it. But God, yeah, that was different, really different. Wow. I don't know where all that came from, but I was so angry. Oh, wow. Oh, gosh. No. I mean, I'm not angry now, but I was literally so uncomfortable.
Energy is so intense that it's really pushing you to release, to feel everything you need to release, and that's why it makes angry. Would you like to share with us anything you experienced before? So it's like review of the sessions you had before. So how they different, and how is your life? Is anything changed in your life since you start having healings with me?
I mean, the first couple of healings we did, there was a lot of visuals, seeing really specific things. I had a release during one of them where it was, uncontrollable crying, and then afterwards I saw this beautiful gold plasma light, which I'd never seen before, which was really profound and peaceful. And it was a really relaxing experience, even though I was obviously bringing up emotions. And afterwards I continued to release, but it was very much more sort of sadness, real sort of like almost like grief, and it helped me. Afterwards I found so 3 days. The second day was always the biggest release. I'd start releasing. The second day was always the biggest on both occasions. and then it would continue a bit on the third day. And then afterwards, I found that I was thinking much clearer. I was much more focused. So yeah, I instantly sort of saw a benefit in myself and how I was feeling, how I was thinking. And the second healing was very similar. I didn't release quite as much as I did in the first one, but then I released it after the healing instead of during the healing.
Yes.
So again, on the second day, but yeah, but both the first two healings, I came away feeling really peaceful. But this one was really agitated and unrelaxing and hard work, really hard work. It was like I was having to face all the things that I've been burying and didn't want to have to face. Because anger is not something that you particularly want to feel. So I guess I probably pushed a lot of it down, and didn't want to have to deal with it or have to admit that it was there even. So I knew that I still got stuff that's there that I haven't dislodged. And I've been wondering how to get to it. It's like the discomfort that I feel in my head, I know is me holding on to things that I don't know how to let go of. So I'm hoping that maybe that's giving it the push it needs to come out now. So
yes. Yeah, it will. It is intense because it's tomorrow is moon eclipse as well as full moon, so it's even more intense. So just get ready for 3 days of a very intense releasing.
Okay, well that's good. I felt a bit strange this week, not my normal self. I haven't felt as positive as I normally.
Yeah, it's really intense week. Yeah, it's very difficult.
I think that just kind of like made me look at it rather than pretend it's not there. So yeah, that was. I felt like I needed a punch bag, like a punch bag to go and like really like.
Yes,
really,
I know. Yeah, I know. It just will get even harder, pushing us to release and everything we don't want to face. Yeah.
Yeah. Need to find some way to let it go.
Yeah, definitely. Oh. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Just hang on there and just keep releasing and be gentle in yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jo, would you like to share with us something?
Yeah, that was by far one of the most intense healing sessions I've had with you. I started out and I was in this beautiful place and I was surrounded by all these dragonflies and butterflies, and then Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael and Saint Germain escorted me into a crystal temple, and I laid down on the bed to receive the healing. There was the golden beings were there again, and I saw the healers all come around me. I can still feel the energy. It was super intense. They got to work immediately. I'm going to cry. They got to work immediately. And then it was like the shadow stuff that I've been fighting too, Angela, was all being cut and released to the point where it got so intense I had to go and release, like physically release. And they worked with my soul. Remember, Tatiana, I told you there was some specific healing things that I had requested that kept coming up.
Yes.
And so that took place. It was very beautiful, but it was also very intense, and I could feel everything energetically that was being done. So then I had the release, and then the rest of it was more peaceful. It wasn't as intense. I was shocked because I don't typically work with this being, but Sanat Kamara came in and was joined with some other members of my Divine Spirit team, and they were letting me know that while they know it's been very uncomfortable for me, but the changes that I have been making, both in the 3D and in myself, are all for the greater good. And so they were thanking me and encouraging me to carry on, even though at times I just want to like say I'm done, you know, because a lot of the changes have not been easy in my humanness here.
Yeah.
And while I can see that it is for the greater good, at the same time, it's aligning to it for it to, and opening myself up. So they began working on my heart space, and that was really beautiful. And I don't ever want to leave that energy whenever you get to that level with source, and you can feel all of it coming in. I don't ever want to leave that yummy deliciousness and that energy. Because inevitably it happens every time they remove stuff and then they bring in the light, and that's how it works. And so it was very beautiful. It was very intense. I am so grateful for you for helping me release things that I've been playing on a loop over and over again in my own subconsciousness. So thank you for that.
You're welcome. That's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. And I will share. It's really intense for me. I don't think I remember even half things I seeing. What they was showing me is shocking. It was so intense, especially ancestral healing. I seen so many places. They show me so much suffering. I was like, oh my God, I never think of that things. They was showing me start from so I'll just start from the quantum healing, the done healing for everybody. And it's timed perfectly. Every time I suddenly, right, I think I need to finish that part and check my timer. It was exactly 40 minutes to go. It happens second time the same. So after quantum healing start ancestral healing, and they start showing me is all different. I don't even know who they are. It's people from different times. So I'm not even sure, could be up to 1600s. So it's all Native American. It's all, they show me Australia and like Brazil, and is different like tribes in America. It's like all different. They show me different continents. Some of them I seen even Japanese samurai, because I looked, I was like, I just heard in my head Japanese samurai, because he's all dressed in all these very Japanese clothes. I can't say historically what age it is. It's just amazing. I just seeing so much. They keep showing me the different countries, so many things happen. They show me lots of when they burn in witches, and I heard it's Spanish Inquisition, and the people hang in a prison is all chained. There's so much suffering. Then they show me a lot of suffering, like when they moving people from England to Australia. How many people died in these ships? So we've been healing them and releasing. It's just hundreds of thousands of people. Then they've been showing me lots of war happening all over the world. Then they're showing me lots of people being killed by pirates. You know, like these films, Pirates of the Caribbean. So the massive, the black ships. Then they've been killing people, like I see like a tropical paradise countries. It's so beautiful. And then these pirates landing there. I don't know what to say. How you say that? And they just killing all these innocent people to have to release all their souls. So, and it's so many people traveling from, say, Spain to America and different countries. There's lots of black people when they've been shipping them in massive ships. There've been so many of them dying on the middle it's just, this is why this healing is so intense, because there's so much suffering. I never thought about that. And then they're showing me, because all these places have to be healed. Then I've seen pyramids and temples in Egypt, because lots of people die there. So that areas all need healing, all souls releasing. So it's like, I was like, how am I going to remember all that? And then this part finished, and then soul healing, and then everybody gone to different planets. So I was trying to see where people going to souls. I just couldn't, because they showing me like planets, all different sizes, all different colors, and so they are just all flying to different ones. Some people go and stay here because they gone to, like, again, some souls gone back to Vietnam or Native American, where they been killed and they suffer all these traumas, abuse and everything, so they have to go to their places. So lots of places, lots of people included in this healing. So it's like I see it like my screen splitting and I can see all different, flying to different planets. So it was, so there is no messages, is like one general message, just hang on there and keep releasing, just be patient. You are loved and protected, and just we'll get there. That's really main message. But
Thank you.
This is so intense, that's why like
I'm glad it wasn't just me. I thought I was having some sort of issue. So I'm
no. So because ancestral healing is so important now, it's just, that's why it's so much suffering. This is first time they show me so much. They make me think so much. I was like, oh, I never thought about that. I never thought about how much people, because they did show me India, they did show me different continents. It's like, I heard like Sri Lanka. It's just all different that tropical Asian countries. So they're saying, because we don't know something happened, but things did happen there.
It's horrific. Can you look into like what happened to the Aborigines when, you know, what they used to do to them? Once you start looking into it, it truly does, you know, rip your heart out.
Yes, that's exactly what happened, because they showed me rainforest, how many people killed there for their land, and so it's so much suffering, so much healing to do. I was like, shocking.
Well done, well done. Thank you so much. Oh wow.
That's okay. Can you say how is that anything help you my healings before we finished?
Wow. Well,
just any shifts?
Gosh, it's helped. I think I've made more progress since I've started doing the healing in just my spiritual progress in being able to understand myself. Being able to look at sort of what I'm doing. Just being able to release all the rubbish that you carry around inside you, and all the, you know, the like Joe was saying, the loops that you go through. It really helps you. It helps you break out of those, and just like move on to the next level, rather than sort of getting stuck in the same old patterns, and just clarity of thought as well. It's really hard to sort of quantify how it cleans you up, sort of, you know. Clean out the rubbish and let more light in. Basically, that's kind of what I feel it's done. I feel it's allowed me to let more light in and just sort of elevate myself, my vibration, much quicker than I would have done on my own.
Yes, unfortunately, we have to do all our inner work to be able to move forward. But when you release that, every time you have healing, you receive activations. So you're receiving your gifts after you have a release. The more you get download, the more you get activation. So then you know why you've been suffering, why you have to face all that.
Yeah. So, yeah, no, thank you so much. I'm so grateful. It's been such a huge benefit, such a huge help. So thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. And for you, Joe, I know you're doing lots of progress.
For me, what I love most about your healings, like you said, the activations, it's cool to for you to be able to present something to us that we often are not aware of within us that we're carrying that needs to be healed. For example, I had been receiving those messages time and time again about I needed to do the ancestral healing for the maternal side of my family. And so I would take the little breadcrumbs they would give me and I would do it and be like, okay, I'm done. But it kept coming back and kept coming back. And the messages that you give in your one-on-ones or even in the group, if you take that message that you receive with what healing you're applying to it and do the inner work on your own, like I sat in meditation for a week straight, working with my ancestors to release and do that ancestral healing. So if you become an active participant beyond just what you're giving us during this hour of time frame and actually integrate it and utilize it, your ascension process will go a lot faster for the integrations of the healing. And that's one of the things that I love is that the most is that while I get busy doing my own work here, when something comes up, I can book a session with you or I can do one of these healing sessions and then you can help me pinpoint exactly what it is that is going on within me that they're trying to get my attention, that I am too zoned in on whatever I'm working on to realize. Like today with all the shadow stuff that was coming up, I was like, what? But I knew it was there because I had been fighting, like Angela said, the last week and a half, I've been fighting against these lower vibrational thoughts. You know, I knew it was there. I didn't realize how deep it was until they started removing stuff from me.
Yeah.
So that in the activations, just like today, I received another activation from my team after they all came in at the end, and it was like an anointment, you know, and that really is a huge part of what happens during the healings that you do. And so I'm eternally grateful for your sharing your work with all of us and helping us along our path, because after working with you, it does get easier. Like Angela was saying, it's lighter, it's not so dense, and you're not dragging around this massive suitcase of crap anymore, you know, and you can make peace with what's going on. Just like I don't feel like I would have been able to make as much progress as I have over the course of the summer without your healings, for sure. So they're a huge benefit to all. And like I said, I'm eternally grateful for you and your work.
Thank you. That's beautiful. We're all in that together. We're all healing together. And I'm very grateful for you, for your healings too, because they helped me a lot. Thank you so much. Thank you. That's beautiful. We'll wrap up. Thank you. And I'm looking forward to see you in my next healing. Thank you so much.